Good morning. Hello. Good morning to my community. Cheers. I can only assume that all of you have a cup of coffee in your hand. I don't know. I never understand the I don't drink coffee people. Like, I just don't understand it. Coffee is such an essential part of my morning routine. Like, it will literally get me out of bed. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, everybody. I see you. Hi. Um, So also, I don't know if you know this about me. I made this declaration recently, and it was about my coffee. And so it was this whole thing about can we drink our coffee like grown-ups and have, you know, just black, first of all. So shout out to the real adults in the room who drink their coffee black. Well done, you guys. But really, without this horrible chemical creamer that I love. I mean, the flavor that I like the very most, it's like almond joy. I mean, what am I, 4? And so I've done it. I've done it. I've done all the coffee alternatives. I've done it. I've done the half and half and sugar. I've done the stevia. I've done the butter and the whatever, like bullet coffee, I guess. I don't know. I've tried the homemade vanilla creamer with like a bean and I don't know, and I have done it and I don't like it. And so what I like is what I have, and it's almond joy, and I don't care, and I'm not sorry, and I'm just that's who I am now, forever. I'm not trying anymore. I'm not trying again. I'm not doing it. Don't tell me, oh, I've got this one brand. I've tried it. Yeah, but this one's all natural ingredients and organic. I've tried it. Okay. I'm going to have almond joy creamer in my coffee, and because it makes me happy, and this is my life. All right. Onward with some things. I do appreciate your solidarity in the comments about these creamers. Thank you. Thank you for understanding me. I feel seen right now. I'm at the lake. I'm at the lake because I have a big project to do, and it requires my attention, and therefore I cannot be at the house that I live in. So I'm out here to put my head down and do work and get it done and all that. And so that is where I am. This is the place that I come to either have a lot of fun or is the place I come to get work done. And I'm in the second category today. I did remember when I got here, though, I keep this book out here because, well, we rent this house primarily. That's mainly what we have for. It's a rental. But so I'd like to have books here for people who rent it and want to enjoy themselves. And I'm like, okay, I think through like which book should I leave out, but out there for people to enjoy. And this one is tip top at the list. I've talked about this 1,000 times, and so bear with me here, but this is easily one of the best books I have ever read. The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Society. It's an oldie. Like, this book came out, you guys. I mean, heck. 2008. I mean, it's not that old, but I'm just saying it's not a new book. But, I mean, I'm trying to think if I've ever read a more charming, endearing book in my life. And I can't think of it. If you've read it, you know. It's the cutest book. The cutest book. If you haven't read this, trust your friend Jen. Trust your friend Jen right now. This is going to make you real happy. Okay. There was a few other things I wanted to tell you. I wanted to give a quick shout out to my friend John DeSteiger, who is the president of Oklahoma Christian University. in Oklahoma City, and his lovely wife, Darla, and his amazing daughter, Abby. This is a quick story. Just a real quick story for you. 3 years ago, almost exactly. Wait. No, 4 years ago, almost exactly. If you were with me at the time, if you were around, you may remember that everything in my world was just unraveling. That was just right after, I had said in a real public way that I was like unequivocally affirming of my LGBTQ friends and neighbors and, beloveds and all of that, that part's old news. And of course that was the beginning of the end for like a lot of my everything. I don't know how to make that less. So I had cleared my calendar. I had cleared my schedule because I knew that was going to be a real challenge for a lot of people who at that time were still inviting me to come speak and teach. And so I had a blank calendar. I wanted to minimize collateral damage as much as possible so that as much as it depended on me, I would bear the all of it, the results, and that was my choice, and I knew it, and I counted that cost, and I was prepared to pay it, of course. And so, but I wanted to minimize damage. Anyway, I had one event left on my calendar, one, and it had been there for a really long time, and it was in January, and you just would have to know that at the time I was so rattled. I was so, I had never ever been in the middle of the eye of the storm in cancel culture before, and everybody was writing articles about me and saying I wasn't a Christian anymore. I mean, it was just crazy. It was easily one of the craziest times of my life, and so I just was rattled and nervous to like literally go anywhere and like be in public. Everything was so bonkers at the time, and so when I'm like, this event, and it's at Oklahoma Christian University. Why? Oh no, this is going to be terrible. It's a Church of Christ university, and I'm like, I have to go, and they didn't cancel me. I can't believe they didn't. I mean, I was literally just waiting for the email, the very polite email, like, we're going to have to uninvite you. We're really sorry. I was prepared, and it never came, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And at the time, I was making my mom go with me everywhere. I was making my mom travel with me because I was like, Mom, I can't go by myself. I can't be in an airport. I can't be in public. I'm too scared of everybody. And anyway, my mom couldn't even come with me that day. And so by myself, I go to Oklahoma City. And you guys, I was just so anxious. It sounds silly now to my ears, but I was so anxious. Everything was, I didn't feel like I had a friend in the world, to be honest with you. And so, I mean, I didn't eat, I barely slept. So the person that was like driving me, we drive onto campus, and the very first thing I see, I can just cry my eyes out still. I've told this story before, but it still makes me emotional. The very first thing I see is a huge banner with my name on it and my face. So we'll talk about that, will like weird you out if you've never seen the face on a banner. My face, welcome Jen Hatmaker, like on the busy street, like right up against the street. I couldn't believe it. Like just that alone, like had nothing else happened, I would have just been, that was enough, that kind gesture. But then I met, what is wrong with me this morning? It's because this is so sweet to me. Then I met John, who's the president of the university, and his staff, and I cannot tell you how dear they were to me all day, and loved me and prayed with me and were so kind to me all day long with honor and dignity. And I spoke at chapel that morning with all their students. And then that night, God bless these Oklahoma women. I hope one of you is watching right now. We had 2 sold out events for women that night on campus. And I'm like, they're not going to come. Like, they bought their tickets months ago. They're not going to come. They came. There wasn't a seat left in the house. They were so sweet to me. And to this day, I mean, it's been 4 years, and John is my friend. And he texts me and he's like, I'm listening to this podcast and good job on this one. And Brandon and I were talking about him yesterday. The reason I'm giving him a shout out is because they came to church yesterday. He and his wife and his daughter, they were in San Antonio for a wedding, and they came to church, and it was just so good to see him. That's why I'm telling you this. But Brandon and I were talking about him yesterday morning before church and what he has meant to me, and how I'm telling you that day was a turning point for me. That was the day I realized I was going to make it. I was going to be okay. And I was still counted faithful. And there was still places to belong, right? So we were talking about him yesterday morning, and we were like, that is behavior of a person who sincerely loves God. Does this make sense? That's just good fruit. That's just kindness, and that's just goodness. And you can't manufacture that. And that is how somebody acts who is sincerely faithful. You can't fake it. You can't fake that. And so, anyway, I've just said it 100 times, but I'd do anything for him. Anything for him. Anything for his family. Anything for his university. They need more students, you guys. Send your kids. Anyway, he is so dear to me, and it was so good to see him yesterday at our church. And he's the president of Church of Christ University, and our church is just so well, it's a very Austin new church, and so we're doing announcements at the very end. And one of the announcements is for later this week. It's a gathering for men, and it's called Pipes and Porters. And he just starts laughing next to me. I was like, look, you knew what you were getting into here. Okay, don't pretend like you didn't know Jen Hatmaker's church was going to have an event called Pipes and Porters. Anyway, it was so good to see he and his family, and they're so precious to me. Okay, 2 quick things, and I'm going to let you go. Today is the very last day to win the VIP package to what we are calling internally the big event. We are going to roll it out bit by bit because it's fun and we can. Okay? Because it's fun and we can, and it's fun to drip the details out to you. But here's what you need to know. It's April 14th. It's a Tuesday. I'm not telling you where yet. I'm not telling you who yet. But it doesn't matter because the VIP package is not only 2 VIP tickets to the big event. It is airfare for 2, hotel. We're going to treat you right. Sign-ups in today at 3:00. Okay? And then, but also if you sign up to win the tickets, you also get the first early email when the tickets go on sale, because they are going to go. Okay? So this is also the way for you to get first dibs on the big event. I put the link in I never know how to say this. I put the link in the post. Hey, that was not as hard as I thought it was. The link is in the post to sign up. 3:00 is the cutoff today. And we're actually going to email the winners today. So get excited. Somebody's about to get your friend involved. Tag your friend below that you're going to bring with you and make her sign up too. Double your odds. Double your chances. Tag your folks. I'm signing up. You sign up. If I win, I'll bring you. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? Anyway, that's today. The last thing I wanted to tell you was that we have applications right now open to be on the launch team for Fierce, Free, and Full of Fire. You maybe saw all that last week. I announced it on Friday. Applications are open until this Friday, okay? We got 1,000 spots. Being on a launch team is really, really fun. It's really, really fun. For me, it's the most fun part about book launch season. And so I wanted to tell you that the absolute best way to apply to be on the launch team, because you're going to like double down here on what you get for it, is to join the Jen Hatmaker Book Club. And here's why. In order to apply for the launch team, it requires a pre-order. You got to pre-order the book anywhere, any format, any vendor, audio, any of it. But Jen Hatmaker Book Club members have automatic pre-order status because Fierce is our April selection, and Jen Hatmaker Book Club members get it in their mailbox 3 weeks before it releases. It releases April 21st. Jen Hatmaker Book Club folks get it April 1st. So not only do you get to be in the book club, which is the greatest, you get the book 3 weeks early, and that counts as your pre-order, and you can just, boom, apply to be on the launch team. And I'll put that link below in comments. Look at me knowing what things are called on the internet. I did not expect to get on here and tell you a story and cry about it. So that's where we're at today. You never know what you're going to get on Monday morning. Okay, sending you all my love, all my cheers. I hope you have a fabulous week. Our kids are all out of school and I'm not there. So good luck to Brandon. Good luck to you. Knock yourself out. I will see you next Monday with news and stories and all the things. Anyway, good luck to the VIP contest winner, wherever you are out there. Get in here and get it, you guys. Okay. Have a great one. I love doing this with you. I love seeing you on Mondays. It's fun for me. Okay. But then the canceling part is weird. No, hi, bye.